Did you know that starting just a few crops indoors in March can give your garden an early advantage? Not only will it save you time, money, and frustration, but it also sets you up for a successful growing season. However, there's a catch. If you make common seed starting mistakes, you might end up with more challenges than rewards. March is a magical time for gardeners, as the urge to start planting becomes irresistible. But before you dive into planting everything in sight, let's explore the smarter way to begin your garden indoors. Starting seeds indoors isn't just about getting ahead of the growing season. It's about creating the foundation for a thriving garden. Harvesting plump tomatoes, vibrant peppers, or aromatic herbs weeks before your neighbors even start planting? Sounds incredible, doesn't it? However, starting seeds indoors can be challenging without the right knowledge. Issues like overwatering, inadequate lighting, and poor timing can lead to weak, leggy seedlings or worse, no seedlings at all. In this guide, I'll share the best crops to start indoors in March, tips to avoid common mistakes, and how to ensure your garden flourishes. Let's dive in. Why start seeds indoors in March? Starting seeds indoors in March gives your garden a significant advantage. It's the ideal time to grow warm season crops like tomatoes, peppers, and eggplants, which require a longer growing period. By the time the last frost date arrives, your seedlings will be robust and ready to flourish outdoors. Not only will you save money compared to buying nursery plants, but you'll also have access to a wider variety of unique and heirloom crops. The real magic lies in watching those tiny seeds grow into thriving plants, a deeply rewarding experience that brings you closer to the essence of gardening. Best crops to start indoors in March. Not all crops thrive equally when started indoors. Here are the top choices for March. Tomatoes, these sun-loving plants require a long growing season, making them ideal for indoor starting. Varieties like Early Girl and cherry tomatoes are excellent options. Peppers, both sweet and hot peppers, benefit from an early start. Consider bell peppers or jalapenos for a delicious harvest. Eggplants, these heat-loving plants, take time to mature, so starting them indoors ensures a productive yield. The Black Beauty variety is a timeless favorite. Broccoli, as a cool season crop, broccoli can be started indoors and transplanted early for a spring harvest. Herbs, basil, parsley, and cilantro grow exceptionally well indoors, adding fresh flavors to your meals. While each crop has specific requirements, they all share one thing. They'll thrive with an early start. Did you know that crops like tomatoes and peppers can take up to 8 weeks to grow strong enough for transplanting? This is why starting them in March is a game changer. However, if you don't steer clear of common mistakes, all your hard work could end up being wasted. How to start seeds indoors successfully? Starting seeds indoors is simpler than you might think. Choose the right containers, use seed trays, peat pots, or recycled containers with drainage holes. Use quality seed starting mix. Avoid regular garden soil as it's too heavy for seedlings. Instead, opt for a lightweight, well-draining mix. Plant at the right depth. Refer to the seed packet for specific instructions. Some seeds need light to germinate, while others should be buried. Provide consistent moisture. Keep the soil moist but not waterlogged. A spray bottle is perfect for gentle watering. Ensure proper lighting. Seedlings require 12-16 hours of light daily. If natural sunlight is limited, invest in grow lights. Maintain the right temperature. Most seeds germinate best at 65-75 F. A heat mat can help maintain consistent warmth in cooler homes. Thin and transplant. Once seedlings develop their first true leaves, thin them out or transplant them into larger containers. Practical applications for your seedlings. Once your seedlings are ready, the real excitement begins. Transplant them into your garden after the last frost date, or grow them in containers if space is limited. Picture yourself harvesting homegrown tomatoes for a fresh summer salad, or picking peppers to add a kick to your favorite recipes. Herbs like basil and cilantro can be snipped as needed, infusing your meals with fresh flavors all season long. Plus, many of these crops can be preserved through freezing, canning, or drying, allowing you to enjoy your harvest year-round. But the true beauty of starting seeds goes beyond the harvest. It's about the joy of nurturing life from a tiny seed. By avoiding common mistakes, you'll find the process surprisingly simple and deeply rewarding. Common seed starting mistakes to avoid. Even seasoned gardeners can fall into these traps. Here's how to avoid them. Overwatering. Too much water can drown seedlings or cause mold. Allow the soil to dry slightly between waterings. Insufficient light. Weak, leggy seedlings often indicate a lack of light. Consider using grow lights if natural light is insufficient. Starting too early or too late, timing is critical. Check your local frost dates and count backward to determine the ideal start time for each crop. Using poor quality soil, heavy or contaminated soil can hinder growth. Always use a high quality seed starting mix. Skipping hardening off before transplanting, gradually expose seedlings to outdoor conditions over 7-10 days to help them adjust. Tools and resources to make seed starting easier. To simplify your seed starting journey, here are some essential tools and resources. Seed trays and cell packs. These help keep your seedlings organized and make transplanting a breeze. Grow lights. If you lack a sunny windowsill, grow lights are essential for healthy seedlings. Heat mats. These provide consistent warmth, promoting better germination. Seed starting mix. Choose a mix specifically formulated for seedlings. Plant labels. Use labels or popsicle sticks to keep track of your plants. Emotional connection and the joy of gardening. Gardening is more than a hobby. It's a way to connect with nature, reduce stress, and create beauty. Starting seeds indoors in March is a small yet impactful step toward a more sustainable and fulfilling lifestyle. Whether you're growing food for your family or simply savoring the process, there's immense satisfaction in nurturing life from seed to harvest. Final tips for success. Before you begin, keep these final tips in mind. Start small. If you're new to seed starting, focus on a few crops and master them before expanding. Track your progress, record planting dates, germination times, and any challenges you encounter. Enjoy the journey. Gardening is a process, not a race. Embrace the experience and learn from any mistakes. Celebrate your efforts. Whether it's your first seedling or your 100th harvest, take time to appreciate your hard work and achievements. The most rewarding part of starting seeds indoors is witnessing the fruits of your labor. Imagine robust tomato plants laden with fruit, vibrant pepper plants glowing with color, and fragrant herbs that enhance every dish. The best part? You made it happen from seed to harvest. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced gardener, there's an unmatched sense of pride in growing your food. Picture yourself stepping outside on a warm summer morning, basket in hand, harvesting fresh produce you nurtured from tiny seeds. It's not just about the harvest. It's about the journey, the connection to nature, and the joy of creating something beautiful and nourishing. So grab your seeds, roll up your sleeves, and let's make this your most successful gardening season yet. The rewards are waiting, and they're even more delightful than you can imagine. Starting seeds indoors in March is one of the smartest decisions you can make as a gardener. It's cost-effective, deeply rewarding, and sets the stage for a thriving growing season. By selecting the right crops, avoiding common pitfalls, and providing your seedlings with the care they need, you'll be on track for a bountiful harvest. Whether you're dreaming of juicy tomatoes, spicy peppers, or fresh herbs, it all begins with those tiny seeds. Now, it's your turn. Grab some seeds, follow these tips, and start today. Don't forget to share your progress. Let me know in the comments which crops you're growing this year or tag me in your photos. I love to hear about your gardening journey and see how your seedlings are flourishing. Happy gardening, and here's to a season filled with growth, joy, and the delicious taste of homegrown food.